I'm Vince Graves, Technical Advisor at Seaga Manufacturing, and we're going to talk real quickly about how to set up your SM23 Snack Mart vending machine from Seaga. The first thing you're going to do when you get your two units out of the box, you're going to have your upper and your lower units, and you're going to want to set your upper on top of your lower. So unpack, get all your packing materials and tape off the exterior of your machine, and then you can set the units on top of each other. You'll be able to see, along with your accessory package, you'll have two self-tapping screws that you'll use to screw the top unit to the bottom unit. Once you've attached your upper snack unit to your lower beverage unit, you can go through and remove all of the tape and all of the packing materials from your snack trays. You want to make sure when you see your tray harnesses in the back here that they're out of the way and that your trays fold forward and backward smoothly. And again, make sure your screws are in to attach the top and the bottom. Once your two units are attached, the next thing we want to do is hook up our harnesses. We want to make sure that our machine is not plugged in, and we'll hook these harnesses up without power to the machine. When you pull out your service tray, you'll see in the bottom on a hook your harnesses. I've pulled this hook off so that we can take a look at it, but these are stationed right here and held fast with this plastic hook that's taped down. Then if you open your bottom portion of your machine, the beverage unit, you'll find your harnesses here. So we have our harnesses that we need to run through this hole up to the top unit so that we can hook them together. So I'm going to start with the biggest one. And this one's going to plug in below the board. And this is on page 5 of your operator's manual. Shows you how to hook these harnesses up. But as this is the biggest one, I'm just going to feed that one up through the hole. And once I've got it through, this one plugs in underneath your circuit board. Again, there's a picture of it. In your operator's manual on page 5, you'll see the big white corresponding plug in the bottom unit. Once we've got that one clicked in, we can run our other ones. Next, we'll run our smaller harnesses through. This one runs our cooling deck. We'll run these through the hole and up to the top. These smaller harnesses run lights, and then this really long one with the small back plug, this one runs the vibration sensors on your beverage department. So we will run these up through. Once we have our harnesses run from the bottom unit up to the top unit, the first one we'll want to plug in is our vibration sensor from our beverage unit. And this goes in the J8 Sense plug, which is in the bottom right corner of your board. This is pictured in your operator's manual, but simply plugs in, and you'll hear a snap when it snaps. Then we can take our harnesses from our upper and the ones that we've fed through, and you can match them up by wire color. This is the simplest way to make sure you're plugging them into the right one. So we'll match up our coolant one, and they snap together. This one is for LED lights, a black and a red. So we will snap that one together. You'll hear them click. We've got our third one. And these, as I said, snap together real simply. They only go together one way. And now all of our harnesses are connected. Now we'll want to get them all fed to the bottom of this upper tray here so that they will be underneath our service door as it slides back and forth. Once you've got all your harnesses hooked up between the two units, now you're ready to hook up your jumper cable. This runs from the top unit to the bottom unit, and then your power cord, which runs from the bottom to the wall. So this very simply just pushes in to the receptacle in the back of the machine. Make sure you've got it run from the top unit to the bottom, and then the power cord from the bottom unit to the wall, and that's how your machine will be powered. Once you've powered your machine up by plugging it into the wall, you'll see your LED lights will come on, your blue display will be black and backlit, It will scroll your software version and eventually give you your welcome message. You'll make sure that your lights are on in the bottom unit, and then you'll know that you've hooked all your harnesses up correctly. So once we've got our machine powered up, we'll run through a couple of our programming commands. We'll push the blue button, which is in the bottom right corner of our board. You'll hear it beep when I press it. And that will enter us into our programming mode. So when you open this machine and turn it on for the first time, we've removed the snack glass portion so that we can see it better. We're going to want to press the number 7, and that's going to reconnect all of our motors. And we'll see a few things have spun. Our motor count of 23D is what we want to see. We have 23 different selection motors, so this motor count of 23 means all of the motors are connected and working properly. So from here, you can press the number 3. It goes to quantity tube. This is how you prime your changer, also detailed in your operator's manual. You'll then enter all of your change to the front of the machine as if you were making a purchase, and you'll see on the control board that it counts, and the display will show you the scrolling number of how many coins you have. And once your change is loaded, you'll get your green lights on your bill acceptor and you'll be ready to accept money. From your motor count to do the pricing program, you'll press the number 1. It'll say pricing program, and then you can press 1 to price all items, 2 to price it by row, if everything in the row will be the same price, or 3 to do it by individual selection. You'll see when you enter a selection, everything comes from the factory set at $1. So if that helps at all when you're pricing it to save you some time, anything set up for $1 doesn't need to be repriced. But this is how you'll go in and set your prices. Pound is to save or to go next, and star is to exit or to go backwards. So if you ever want to take a step backwards in the menu, back to your initial starting point, you press star. The other valuable thing you want to keep in mind when you want to do a test vend, which is a way to test your coils and your snacks and your beverages without putting money in them, you just press from your motor count here in the service menu, press the number 8 and press any selection that you want to see spin, and it will vend at one time. So that's your price program, how to set up your motors, and how to do your test vends. So anything else that you need is detailed in your operator's manual, but those are the main commands you're going to want to be using. Now we'd like to go over your beverage dispenser, your vertical drop system here. We'll go over the part names and how to change accessories and what your machine is pre-set up for as far as what beverages will go where. Also, this is your live display well. By removing these 2 blue thumb screws and popping this black cover out, this is where you'll put your display drinks so people will know what drinks are in which slots by the selection numbers. The lower unit, the vertical drop system with the vibration sensor that dispenses your drinks. The first thing you'll see when you open it up, by removing these 2 blue thumb screws and removing this black cover, this is your live display where you'll put the drinks that you're going to be distributing so that your customers will know by what's in your display what selection number they press for the drinks. We'd also like to show you the different accessory groups that are already contained inside of your machine and talk about the specific beverage products that need to be vended in each lane, or else how to change out your accessories to vend the proper products that you would like to. At the front of every beverage lane, you'll find your retainer clip. For these to operate, you simply lift up so this tongue gets up on top of this metal piece, and then it will fold down towards you. And if you'd like to get it completely out of the way to change accessories, you can simply lift it out of your column. Inside the lane is your auger, the part that spins to distribute the beverages, dropping them down into your vertical drop sensor and back out through your delivery door. Your first 3 lanes all are set up for 12-ounce cans, which means they have a large side spacer. If you need to check to make sure these are installed properly or pull them out to switch a beverage, they all simply slide in and out on 3 metal tabs so that they can lift in and then be placed back down on those 3 metal tabs. As we've discussed, on page 10 in your operator's manual, it shows you a detailed planogram of what your machine is pre-set up for and which specific products need to be put in to vend properly. The first 3 lanes are all set up for 12-ounce cans. So that is a group 5 setup, which is just a large side spacer, which we've taken in and out. Really simple, no tools needed. They slide in and out on 3 metal tabs along the left side. You can lift them in and lift them back out again very simply. First 3 lanes are 12-ounce cans. The next 2 are set up, they're group 10, which is for 16.9-ounce bottles. So those have a large side spacer and an auger insert. Your auger insert is simply a plastic sleeve that snaps inside of that auger that holds the bottle to make sure that it rotates properly and gets dropped down one at a time. So again, these 2 lanes, your lanes 143 and 144, are set up for 16.9-ounce bottles only. Lane 145 has no spacers in it at all, and it is set up for a large 20-ounce bottle, usually a Gatorade or sometimes a vitamin water. But lane 145 has what we call group 3, which is no spacers and can only vend a 20-ounce Gatorade. Your last selection, 146, has a group 1 setup, which is just a small side spacer. It looks very similar to the large side spacer, except it does not run the entire length of the lane. Again, all of the parts are very easy to lift in and out and to change whenever you need to. This is your small side spacer. Again, around pages 10 through 12, it shows pictures of all of these, how to install them and take them out. But your lane 146 is set up for a standard 20-ounce bottle like an Aquafina water. 145 is set up for a 20-ounce Gatorade. Then 143 and 144, 16.9-ounce bottles. That's your auger insert and your large side spacer. And the first 3 selections for 20-ounce cans. For 12-ounce cans. So 12-ounce cans in the first 3 selections. So any other product that you would like to vend, there's a full chart with loading examples in your operator's manual. And you can either mix and match from the accessories that you already have in this unit, or you can call customer care and we will set you up with whatever accessories you need, and you can purchase them from Seaga and we'll ship them right to your door. And you can vend anything from 16-ounce cans to square bottles like a Pure Leaf tea, anything that you can think of, slim cans, and the accessories will be very simple to put in, but you have to follow the setup guide on page 10 for what your machine is already set up for to be vending properly. So in summary, with your Snack Mart 23 vending machine, out of the box, you just set your 2 units on top and secure them together. Remove your packing materials. Run your harnesses from top to bottom as it shows in your book in page 5. Then you can plug your machine in and power it up. Jumper wire from top to bottom, power cord to the wall. Then you can set your prices, load your products and do some test vends. Load the change into your change machine and make sure you're accepting bills. And another key, make sure you're loading the proper size snacks in the proper coils. Make sure you test all of your products well before your clients come and start putting money in. And when it comes to your beverage unit, make sure you follow the chart on page 10 and you're loading the specific products that are pre-set up in your machine from the manufacturer, and you'll have no problems. You can also call us if you want to change certain drinks or you have questions about which drinks will run in which lanes, and we can get you straightened out or sell you anything that you need to make sure that your drinks are vending properly and you'll be making money. So thanks again, and call us if you have any issues.